What's up guys, Clyde here. Got some cables from AC/DC Wire Supply, and it's 2-watt Flex Supreme welding cable, which is made in the USA. Yes, I found they're the cheapest prices for battery cables, welding cables that you can find. So if you need some 2-watt heavy gauge cables for welding and for car audio, this is the guys who say AC/DC Wire Supply on eBay. Yep, these 2-watt Flex Supreme welding cables are good. I always use them for my car audio. I've been using those wires all the time, so, and very flexible, heavy gauge too, so it's good. Yep. You can see all those panels right there. I'm starting to do an install on my Jeep Compass Latitude 2024 2.0 liter turbo, and I had to take everything off. I had a bitch of a time trying to find places to run the wires for the power, so I had to remove that. See over there? That's where the cables go to. From the fuse box goes to that, and it goes under there, and then right inside there, the circle part, I'm gonna puncture a hole in there. I'm gonna puncture a hole in there with a razor blade, make a hole and shove that welding cable, a 2-watt welding cable in there, and then run it on the bottom. I'm gonna run it inside here. Yeah, I had to remove everything. I removed that computer, that, and all the cables that plugs into it. Goes right up there. You see that? Right there. That's the other end. That's the other end of the boot where the wire goes through. So I'm gonna poke a hole and slip it through there, and then zip tie it to all these other hot wire harness with all the wires that goes to everything in this vehicle here. It's a heck of a lot of shit in here. It's a brand new 2024 Jeep Compass Latitude 2.0 liter. Yeah, so I took out that compass so I could access and get my hand in there. I had to unclip all those harnesses. You gotta do it a certain way, if not you'll break the clips off. But yeah, I removed everything. And I'm gonna remove this whole center console and then tie the remote wire to that USB, where the USB goes into, that connects to the ignition. So I looked on the diagram. I had to purchase a wiring a book online for this, to get all the wiring diagrams and everything about this car. I had to buy it online. So I looked it up, and then I hooked up my phone to it. And after you turn off the key, you wait a little while, so much minutes, and it completely shuts off the power with the electrical and everything. Just shuts off by itself. You have to wait a while, but yeah, it runs off for that. So I'm gonna have to take apart this whole center console, access the wires, and tap into that for the remote wire for the amplifier that I'm gonna run. Yep, so kind of a big job. Took me a while just to figure out what to do. I was just stumped looking at all this shit, but had to pop off the panels and all that, but got a lot of work ahead of me. Yep. So when you're taking off the wiper arms, you gotta remember, you gotta mark it. You see that red mark I got on there? I marked it. I marked that along with the nut and the wiper blade, so I can line up those splines. Those splines on there, you can line it up so it's not kind of off when the wiper blades move. It might be kind of off if you don't mark it. It'll be in all kinds of different angles. So you wanna mark it first. Then I didn't have a puller. You could use a battery terminal puller, but I didn't have one, so I just put pressure on the bottom of the wiper arm, and I put the nut on this, put the nut on there, put pressure on the bottom, and put pressure upwards, slowly tapped it with a hammer. Then it finally popped up, and the spring tension is kind of arced it up. But that's how you remove it. If it's an older vehicle and it's stuck on there, you're gonna have to use a puller. You have to use a battery terminal puller or something and put it under the wiper arm. Crank that nut down. It'll put pressure against this and force the wiper arm right off. But when I assemble it, I'm gonna put some Vaseline on this thread, so next time we go to take it off, it won't be stuck on there. And on this blinds, put a little bit, pack them with Vaseline on this blind too. That's where it gets stuck on. It's tapered shaft too, so it gets wedged on there because it's a tapered shaft. But yeah, and the plastic part, goes all in this groove, so you have to slowly prop it up all the way down to the end until it pops right off. And there's a clip in there too. This clip, you have to pop this off. You don't have to remove the other one in there, just this, so you can pop it up, so you can just pry the plastic right off. But yeah, pain in the ass, this Jeep Compasses, especially this new model. It's 1 year old already. It's 2025. I got this last year, the end of July. So yeah, 1 year ago. But lots of shit to take off in here, and it's spacing me so tight. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos there. I'm gonna show you some more progress as I get to, and then show you what I had to do to take it off, because most likely I'm the first person to work on a Jeep Compass and do car audio install on it. So on this 2024 model, especially brand new model. So yep, I got all the tools too, panel clips to pop it off, pop off these panel clips. Yeah, lots of shit, all kinds of tools I got, just in case. Yep, drill bits, step build, drill bits, everything. I'm gonna drill a hole through here, right through here. I'm gonna go to step drill bit, drill a hole through that, run it through here, and then to that, right through there. So right on, yeah, right there, right on here. Come on the side of the strut tower bolt, and then go to that way, straight in there. But yeah, okay, stay tuned for the next video. It's Clayder signing off.